Have you ever spent hours on your phone and then struggle on a test in the next day? Is there a real connection between screen time and academic performance? In this video, we will use statistics to explore whether more screen time correlates with lower grades. Correlation tells us how two variables are related. The first one is negative correlation. If more screen time leads to a lower grades, that's a negative correlation. Negative correlation when variable increases and the other variable decrease. And the second one is positive correlation. If more screen time somehow improve grades, that will be a positive correlation, but that's unlikely because positive correlation when one variable increases and the other variable also increase. One is zero correlation or no correlation. If there is no pattern, then there's zero correlation. Zero correlation means no relationship between two variables, or the points are randomly scattered. So, let's have an example. Here's the data from 5 students. The first student had 1 hour of screen time and scored 95% on their test. The second student had 3 hours of screen time and scored 85%, and so on. Visually, if we plot this data, we can see that as screen time increases, test score decrease. This suggests a negative correlation. To compute the sum of x squared, we take each value of x and multiply it by itself. For example, 1 squared is 1, 3 squared is 9, 5 squared is 25, 7 squared is 49, and 9 squared is 81. Now, when we add them all together, the total sum of squared is 165. Now, let's compute the sum of y squared. We do the same thing. Multiply each y value by itself. So, 95 squared is 9,025. 85 squared is 7,225. 70 squared is 4,900. 60 squared is 3,600. And 50 squared is 2,500. Adding them all together, the sum of y squared is 27,250. To find the sum of x times y, we multiply each x value by its corresponding y value. For example, 1 times 95 is 95. 3 times 85 is 255. 5 times 70 is 350. 7 times 60 is 420. And 9 times 50 is 450. Now, When we add all them together, the sum of x times y is 1570. To find the sum of x, we simply add all the values of x together. Same thing here. To find the sum of y, we simply add all the values of y together to get the total of 360. Now, we apply the formula for Pearson correlation coefficient. We follow this step. Since we have 5 students, n is equal to 5, now we're going to replace it by the number. The sum of x times y will be 1570. The sum of x will be 25. The sum of y will be 360. Inside the square root, yun nga, the number of data, which is 5. Tapos, the sum of x squared will be 165. The sum of x will be 25. Tapos, the number of data, yung 5 nga. Tapos, the sum of y squared will be 27,250, and the sum of y will be 360. Now, we compute the numerator. We multiply 5 by 1570, then subtract the product of 25 and 360. 5 times 1570, the answer is 7,850. 25 times 360, the answer is 9,000. Next, we calculate the denominator. First, we take 5 times 165, then subtract 25 square. 5 times 165, the answer is 825. 25 squared, the answer is 625. Then, we compute the second part. 5 times 27,250, then subtract 360 squared. 5 times 27,250, the answer is 136,250. 360 squared, the answer is 129,600. Next, we do the step 2. 7,850 minus 9,000, the answer is negative 1,150. Then, 825 minus 625, the answer is 200. Then, 136,250 minus 129,600, the answer is 6,650. Now, we do the step 3. We just copy the negative 1,150. Then we multiply 200 by 6,650, which equals to 1,330,000. Taking the square root of 1,330,000, we get approximately 1,153.68. Finally, we divide the negative 1,150 by 1,153.68. So the answer will be negative 0.997. Since the result is very close to -1, this indicates a strong negative correlation. Here is a scatter plot with a strong negative correlation. The points follow a clear downward trend, meaning that as X increases, Y decreases almost perfectly.